Hi, I'm Matt from Tubby Tarot. Welcome to another tarot review. Today we're actually going to be looking at an oracle deck, and it's one of the very few oracle decks by Doreen Virtue that I actually really enjoyed. And in fact, it is the only deck of hers that I still have in my collection. It is an old deck. This is probably one of Doreen Virtue's very first decks that came out, and that is why I really like it. And it's called Healing with the Angels, okay? It comes with in a box like this, very nice sturdy box. It's by Hay House Publishing, nice sturdy box, and I like it because it's got the little finger holes. So when you open it up, it's just a plain yellow inside. Okay, but it's a nice box. It's got a little blurb on the back that you can read. It's got pictures of the cards. It's a really nice box. Then we have the actual booklet. Now, the reason I know this is a very old deck is because it's stapled, okay? It gives a bit of information about each card, not a hell of a lot, but just enough that you can kind of use this deck. I do tend to use this deck intuitively, so having read the book, because it's a quick read, it's about a half an hour read, but having read the book, I find that my intuition kind of gives me almost exactly what the book says. And of course, there's a very old photo of Doreen on the back. Okay, now, people, I'm not going to go through all the cards with you. It's going to be a very short little review today. That is the back of the card, all right? And it's laminated, it's very highly laminated, so you can see it's very high gloss. It's not ideal for reading under bright lights or outdoors, but it can be done if you at a push. The card stock is very nice. It's a very nice card stock. Not the best, but it's definitely a very, very nice card stock. These cards will definitely last. Okay, you can see the back has got this double border, but you know what? I don't mind it on these cards because it kind of goes with the background. Okay, what I've done with the deck is I've actually edged mine in a bright orange, and you'll see why in just a minute. Okay, now this deck is very strange in that the actual artwork is very diverse. Not only the artwork, the actual borders. So virtually every card has got a different kind of border. Look there. Can you see? Every card has got a different border. So it's impossible to actually cut these cards, all right, to trim them. And the borders are actually so beautiful that I wouldn't want to trim these cards. They are really, really nice borders. Look here. Every card, different border, different border, different border. So the cards themselves are actually really pretty with the borders on. So I've left the borders on, and I've actually added color to the deck by doing it in this bright orange. Now I want to show you three distinct types of artwork that is in this deck, okay? So the first lot of artwork you get is very cartoony. It's very high cartoon. You have this, on all the cards, you have this border, this color border. Then you have this kind of, it looks like little bricks, little tile border. Then you have the image, and you have the name of the card. For instance, this one is miracles, this one is signs. These cards don't have long blurbs on them like a lot of her later decks. These cards are simple, they're wonderful for doing intuitive readings because they literally give you one word. However, I'm not a fan of some of the artwork. I'm not a fan of this particular artwork because it's far too cartoon-like for my liking. Compared to other cards in the deck, I'm not against cartoon drawings in decks, but in this deck, and I'll show you why. Compare those two to these two. So you have that high cartoon factor, then you have this kind of, I would assume this is kind of pre-Raphaelite kind of, I'm not an art expert, but this kind of pre-Raphaelite, Renaissance-y kind of stuff, this is beautiful, beautiful, compared to the cartoon work. So you've got the cartoons, then you've got this kind of look, and then you have this. I would say this is more sort of pre-Raphaelite. This kind of drawing, this is almost an Arthur Rackham kind of illustration. Okay, so the artwork is very, very varied, all right? It's very varied, and I don't really like that. So what I sometimes do is I just pull out the cards that I kind of really like, and I leave these cartoony ones out when I do readings. Anyway, it's a small deck, it's a cute deck, it's a very old deck. I don't know if it's still freely available. I haven't seen this in shops. I actually bought this second hand, but I like this. And as a Doreen Virtue deck, I think if you're going to have one of her decks, this is probably one of the decks to have, her much older stuff. So that is Healing with the Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. And I am Matt from Tubby Tarot. I will see you next week for another Tarot, Oracle, or Lenormand review.